What's up guys, Matt Cortero here, trying to show you the inner workings of what an Amazon delivery associate does every day. I'm running late as usual, but it is a fine day here in St. Charles, Elgin. But anyway, it's a very physical job, a lot of moving around, a lot of stops, a lot of lifting packages, and a lot of running around, as I just said twice. But if you like to drive, if you like to travel around, see the neighborhoods and whatnot, like to listen to music, it's fun, it's a good time. But we're gonna get right into this, and we're gonna see what kind of route we get, and I'll get back to you guys in a moment. We'll see you in a bit. We got our truck for the morning. You get your bag. It's basically filled with your rabbit, your pick list, and your battery charger, your credit card to fill up the gas after the work is done. The rabbit is this device. It's just a phone, and you use it for the GPS, you use it for scanning packages, and there's also an app called Mentor, which you sign in using this QR code. Like it's usually, you can see it right here. You can usually see a QR code, and basically, what it does is it tracks your driving, it tracks your acceleration, it tracks your braking, it tracks your turning, it even tracks if you look at your phone, and it also tracks how many times you click in your seatbelt and how many times you stop the car. So that's a lot of things that it tracks, so you can't really mess around while you're in the truck. But the exciting part about the morning is that you get to look at your pick list, see what kind of route you have. So we're going to take a look at that right now. So right now we're looking at a pick list, which is the sheet that tells you what packages you're picking up and how many oversized packages you have. You can see here I have 16 bags for today, and then we also have these are the oversized packages that are attached to each bag, and total we have 250 packages, which is a pretty average day, I'd say. Right now you're going to just see on the screen like the comparison of the nursery route compared to one of my worst days, which was 306 packages, which was pretty terrible. Today I'm going to Hoffman Estates. You could check out on the map, and you can see where all the stops are located. So as you can see here, it's pretty compressed, which is good. Today I have 167 stops, which is not an easy day, but it's not super crazy either. Some of the key setups here though is my personal phone. If you have an aux cord, definitely bring the aux cord, because some of these trucks, they don't have Bluetooth. The Amazon Prime trucks, like the guy who pulled up next to me right there, he has Bluetooth, but the regular white budget trucks, they don't have it, so you need to bring your aux cord. Definitely a key player, key factor, key equipment right there. We're gonna load the truck up, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Alright, so right now we're waiting at the CH7, which is the warehouse where we pick up all the packages. It's kind of hectic in the factory. I probably won't be able to really film me getting the packages, but what I'll do is I'll put the camera in so you can see how the loading of the truck goes.
How did I get here? I heard a rumor from your girlfriend's sister that you knew me, and you end up dancing closer to me. But I broke the rule already. She asked me if I'm single, going steady. I just dropped my head and took a step off into the dark. Standing on the block of white tiles. Don't dance on the lines, 'cause the beds, the pretty ones.
Alright, so now we're loaded up. That was kind of a train wreck, to be honest with you. It takes a long time to scan the packages, so sometimes you could get kind of jumbled up in that. But now we're on our way out, going to the first stop. First place is Hoffman Estates in Schaumburg. They're pretty close to each other, so it's pretty much the same location. But we're gonna go there now, get on the highway. It's about like a 20-minute drive, so I'll see you guys on the road. See ya.
Yeah. Now everybody telling me a lie. Lord, they give me something for my soul. See, I don't wanna think of suicide, so please don't take the lucky on my door. See, I've been tired of fucking all these girls, and I've been tired of spending all my dough. And if I get my story to the world, I wonder if they book me for a show. See, you can't handle pressure on your own, so why you carry border by yourself? Story, tell it wrong.
All right, so we're at our first stop right now. A lot of the boxes fell over while driving, which is kind of typical actually, but we gotta put them back together. But it looks like we're at some sort of township and the food pantry. So we have quite a lot of things to drop off, a lot of oversized packages, and I'm gonna show you how I first deconstruct the bag, how I kind of organize it to make it go faster. But we're gonna try to organize this chaos a little bit. So our first bag is 096 orange, and it's this one. Put all the boxes on the floor. That way I could access the packages without having to go through the back door. You're technically not supposed to do it, but we do it anyway because it's a lot faster. All right, we just got done with the first delivery of the day. Usually the first delivery is a business or things like that. Those are the first couple steps because you want to get through all of those businesses and townships and things of that nature. And then the rest of the stops, 95% of the stops are going to be your homes, your residencies, and things like that. The lady was kind of rude at the desk, but I'm sure she's having a bad day. But right now we're going to the first stop here and we're gonna get to it, so let's go. It's been a pretty mundane experience so far. I haven't had anyone yell at me or throw anything at me. People have been really nice, which is great. There's this kind of Orwellian sign, at least I think it is, when you leave the warehouse and it says like, remember, you deliver smiles. And I just think it's kind of like a funny saying, but it is kind of true. People are really happy when they get their Amazon packages. I am too. So when people get their packages, they're very grateful, and it's cool. I love seeing that, seeing people happy. I guess you're just basically a robot just delivering these things. So today I did Hoppin Estates in Schaumburg, just smaller neighborhoods, really nothing crazy. I think the hardest I've ever had. I had this day where I had 143 stops, which doesn't sound too bad. But the thing is, it was intermixed with apartments, businesses, and oh my gosh, it was the worst experience ever. It was technically a nursery round. I showed you the paper in the beginning, the CX 207 or whatever, the paper. So in the beginning, when you first start with Amazon as a delivery associate, you start on these nursery routes, right? And they're just easier routes that they make you do. They usually have I don't know, maybe like 60 stops to begin with, which is pretty easy. Oh, you want to develop your rhythm, develop your technique, and they don't want to overload you, understandably. It's funny because they give you this false sense of security in the very beginning. You start off with, I think, 68 packages, which was my first delivery, and then now I'm delivering like over 300 some days, which is to me like pretty dang crazy. I remember when we were in training, this dude was delivering 329 packages, and he filled up the entire truck. And I was like, wow, how are you going to deliver all of that in a day? This one person, he saw this guy, he had like a seat cover, and he said that the seat cover said that he's delivered over 500 packages or like 500 packages in one day, which to me just is bananas. Like, how can you deliver that many pieces of paper or whatever, little boxes per day? That's crazy to me. And the thing is, I've heard some horror stories where that's not even that much, So. Alright, so I'm on lunch right now. Just ate some BK which is fantastic. I actually had a meeting for RTC, which took up literally my entire lunch as well, which kind of sucked. But basically, you just chill in the car, chill in the truck, and, 30 minutes or something like that. I have about 80 stops left. The packages are definitely looking a lot thinner. I have about five bags left, so we're almost there. We're almost to the end of the day. Definitely the vlog is taking up a lot of the time, so I hope no one calls me and says like, hey, why are you not on schedule? All right, well, let's get back to it. All right, I just finished my last package of the day. I'm heading back to the warehouse, but before you get back to the warehouse, you need to fill up on gas. When you're at the warehouse, you basically drop off all your bags and then you check out. Sometimes there's snacks, which is great, but I'm not sure about today. Usually Monday there's no snacks, but hopefully I'm wrong. For some reason, the GPS is taking a while to load, but I guess while we're waiting for that, I'll tell you about where we deliver. So I am in the Chicago suburbs. We mostly deliver to St. Charles, Elgin, which is where the warehouse is located, Hoffman Estates, and Elburn. I personally like Elburn a lot because it's close to my old neighborhood, Mill Creek, and sometimes I get to go on lunch in my old neighborhood, hang out with my friends for like 30 minutes, which is really cool. But besides that, it's just those four areas. It's, like I said, it's tough work. It's definitely hard work. Today I had 167 stops, which is not a ton, but it's definitely not a little bit. That's definitely a tough day. It's 7 p.m. and I actually, I could have finished earlier, but the vlog, making this, and then also I had my meeting, which took a pretty long time. So those things can add up. And then just in general, when you're doing these deliveries, it's hot outside. It's just crazy weather. Sometimes it rains like crazy and stuff like that, and you have to wait in the truck. So that's just like not fun at all. All right, so now we're heading back to the warehouse. Looks like it's gonna rain actually. So we actually got done at a good time. It's not that hard to drive. It's honestly, I used to drive Expedition, my parents' Expedition back in high school, and it kind of reminds me of the Expedition. It is a Ford after all. You get to see all these different neighborhoods that you would never see normally. You deliver to all the residential areas, all the businesses and things like that. And I'm seeing all these different subdivisions that I've never seen in my life. And I've lived in the Chicago suburbs for basically my entire life, with a few exceptions. If you love to drive, this is definitely a good job for you, because you are driving the entire day. You're driving the entire day. You get to listen to music, as long as you're not too distracted. This is probably a bad example of being distracted, because the vlog is definitely a distracting, I think, aspect of what I'm doing right now. But as long as you are paying attention, you are making sure that you are being safe, especially with coronavirus going on right now. You have to make sure that you have your proper protection, PPE, make sure that you have your mask at all times when you are delivering outside your vehicle. I wear gloves, of course, and just those kind of things. Just make sure that you're keeping yourself safe and keeping others safe in that regard. So it was kind of funny because I didn't know that I was going to be working for Amazon when I first signed up for the job. I thought that this was going to be a private company, whatever, like doing deliveries, because it doesn't state that Amazon is the umbrella company, I guess. But Amazon employs, they have tens of thousands of these DSPs, delivery service providers. So mine is called GBT, Growing Business Together Logistics, and it's pretty cool. It's black owned. It's also veteran owned. The owner of the company, Kenya Martin, she is a Navy, I believe Navy veteran. Represents POC ran businesses, and Amazon employs a bajillion of these of these DSPs, of these delivery service providers. I can't imagine how many they have employed. My guess is like 8,000 or something, but there's a bajillion of them. Like just that our one warehouse, there's I think eight or nine. You have a 2-day training period where you just learn all about how to deliver and all that good stuff. So the first day they just when they gave me the keys to the van or the truck, I was like, okay, I guess I'm just going for it, which was great. But it was definitely intimidating at first. Just do training for 2 days and then boom, you're on your way. Not only has it allowed me to earn money, it also has kept me physically busy. So I'm getting stronger every day. I'm not at the gym, I'm pretty tired. I don't have time to go to the gym, but the job itself has me carrying boxes and running around, so that's great. And it's also allowing me to just listen to music, make playlists and stuff like that. My favorite thing is to make playlists for my drive. So a couple recommendations for music: Arina Sawayama, JPEG Mafia. I honestly am still kind of getting into him. His stuff is kind of a hard listen, I'll be honest with you, but it's really good. It's honestly incredible. It's just a hard listen, if that makes sense. Urban Nation. I made a playlist for Asian American Pacific Islander Month, and it basically just has a bunch of Asian and Asian American artists. So I wanted to shout that out. It's pretty cool. A lot of Vampire Weekend, of course, but Vampire Weekend is the band I always listen to. Vampire Weekend is great. The Daft Punk, things like that. But again, Daft Punk and Vampire Weekend, those are those two are like stagnants, And you can't forget Japanese breakfast, of course. That's like the number one. Okay, so right now we're back at the warehouse, and as you can see, it's pretty busy right now. It's normally not this busy. Okay, we just brought the truck back to the lot. We're gonna turn in our stuff and the day's over. We got it done, let's go. What's up, my oddings? McIntyre here. Just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video. I know it was definitely a long one, 20 minutes, but I appreciate you sticking through it. It was definitely a lot of fun to make, but a really arduous process. So while I was working, I had to be recording the vlog, of course, so that was just really tough to be delivering the packages, having that time constraint, as well as making all the different shots for the entire vlog. So that was definitely tough, but again, it was a lot of fun. It was really fun to record the different types of POV shots, different types of ground shots and things like that. Just kind of experiment with the different kinds of POVs, the different kind of angles. It's definitely the biggest video undertaking I've made, but I think it turned out really well, and again, it was a lot of fun making. And another thing while making the video, one thing that I was really fearful of is, since I was just on the streets delivering and I was preoccupied with the actual delivery of the packages, I was really scared if someone would be walking on the sidewalk or the driveway or something like that and see the camera just sitting there, and the person would come up, snag the camera and steal it. I'll come back and be like, yo, where is it? So that was really, really scary, but luckily that didn't happen. So I'm really grateful for that. But anyway, enough of that. Thank you so much again for watching the video, and I hope you guys have a good day. More content should be coming your way soon. So thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later.